Time for that yearly progress, fitness, motivational, whatever kind of clickbait I can think of to get this views, I guess, whatever. I'm not going to do as many pictures as I've done in other videos past because I've done that in the past videos. So I'll put a link to those if you want to hear and see more pictures from that kind of thing. So this I'm going to more focus on kind of where to go with my fitness journey from here. Also, another reason not to post as many pictures is because I'm still, like 5'11", 175 pounds, which is, basically kind of what I've been for the past couple years now. Um, I had that idea that I thought it would sound cool to add about, 5 pounds of solid muscle, to the top. I thought that'd be pretty cool. And then I guess if I somehow could get like a Instagram butt, I guess I don't know however much muscle I would need for that, right? I don't know a thing. I don't know, dude. I thought that might be kind of cool, right? But that's been kind of the goal. And I just kind of have realized that, dude, I just don't think I can do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna start rambling probably, right? Um, okay, well, I already totally fucked this up, so let's try this again. Why don't I think I can do anymore? Like I said, I've been pretty much the same thing for the past couple years. And I kind of just, trying to accept it is what it is, I guess. I still have all the same excuses, that I've had before. I still have never taken any TRT for this low T stuff. I still have a lot of fucking health problems in and out of the hospital. I mean, that's actually one of the reasons why I haven't made many videos this year, actually, because my health has been worse again this year. Not as bad as it was a couple years ago or in some other years, but it's been giving me quite a bit of problems. And I can't even physically, mentally, whatever you want to call it, imagine pushing myself any harder. And I already have the idea that, I've always, when people say, how do you work out? I say, well, it's my perspective again. You got to find a perspective that motivates you. As I've said before, my perspective, admittedly, comes from a negative place. Probably better to have one that comes from a positive place, but mine comes from a negative one. Bad life growing up, abuse, blah blah blah. Not a great life in general, I guess. And then sick stuff, dying stuff, blah blah blah. I didn't want to die a sick person. I've talked about this kind of stuff in other videos, so if you want to hear more about that depressing stuff, I guess watch other videos. But whatever the case, I'm morally comfortable at least with the idea that dude, like I said, if you have any excuse in life, make sure it's an excuse in life that you can live with, and I can live with my excuses why I'm not any really, pretty much the same for the past couple years, give or take. Um, I mean, I can't imagine pushing myself any harder. If anything, I've been thinking that maybe I just push myself too hard. More and more, I think that, I got to do, since I can't really physically lift heavy, I'm kind of in that conundrum of, I'm doing a lot of body weight stuff, band stuff, and I can only do so hard of body weight stuff to say. I can only like take so much because if I could do any more extreme body weight stuff, I guess to say, then I would be able to lift heavy in the first place, if you get what I'm saying. So whatever the case, I'm constantly, I got to do high reps all the time, high volume, low weights, whatever, low weight, high reps, and there's that idea that there's only so much volume that you can actually recover from, and just in and out of the hospital, sick as shit, and I'm pushing myself really fucking hard, dude, and I can't imagine pushing myself any harder. There's only, this is just what I am, I think. I'm trying not to beat myself up about it. If my health ever gets better, if I ever decide to do this, TRT kind of stuff or whatever, if something changes, maybe I'll get bigger. I would like to get a little bit bigger, but, I just, as it is now, I can't do it. I just can't push myself any harder, and I think it's actually not healthy to be pushing myself as hard as I am a lot of times. I thought that, I've been having a lot of this, lupus kind of problems as well for the past, 2, 3 years now or something like that. you know, just patches of hair come out, you know, post pictures, you know, I got rashes all over, you know, just so much, too much stress maybe. And even say there's that idea of like chronic disease anemia, which I have, but there's also that idea that endurance athletes, if you will, can have like anemia. And, you know, I got to do a lot of stuff when I work out to stay in shape or, you know, and I'm taking these iron supplements and they're not doing shit. And it sucks because I don't like losing my hair because that's one of the things, you know, I feel like even when I did that radiation when I was younger, man, you know, my hair, it eventually grew back. It took a couple years, right? But all these like lupus rashes and everything that I'm in, this, you know, diffuse scleroderma, whatever fucking autoimmune disease, whatever doctor wants to say it is for that time, you know, my hair is still, these patches aren't growing back. It's just thinned out and always anemic. And man, it's fucking depressing actually. I mean, it's still, you know, I still have hair, but and like I lost all of it like I did when the radiation as much, but whatever. You know, I'm trying to like not be as stressed. I want to like take it more easy. I would like to be buffer, but you know, this is Clayton Chapman, I feel like. So that's kind of my perspective, you know. I'm still trying to work out even less, you know. I'm still kind of doing a P90X thing sometimes, you know. But whatever, dude. You know, it is what it is. You know, I have my excuses and I can live with my excuses, you know. I'm comfortable with my excuse. My excuse isn't in a negative way to me. It's like, you know, I'm comfortable saying that I did push myself very hard and this is what I have achieved, you know. Besides that, you know, do I have anything to say about, you know, working out, fitness in general? I mean, you know, dude, has it changed? Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? This could be like a different topic, you know, if you want to talk. And I feel like a lot of people, they probably just work out for girls or something like that. You know, do I have girls that ask me to take off my shirt in public and stuff like that? You know, girls come up to me, ask to suck me out, whatever. I mean, yeah, but you know, I've had stuff like that. Well, I guess not the shirt thing, but you know, people were stealing my pictures on the internet before I was buff, you know. And I've said this before when I talk about a lot of like kind of deeper kind of things, I guess, you know. Uh, I guess the way you look, you know what I mean? There's just as many good things happen now that bad things happen too. So it's not like, you know, life is so fucking amazing now that I have a six pack. I'm like, six pack. And that people ask me to take off my shirt in public randomly, you know. My life is not, you know, so fucking amazing now that that happens, you know. So I guess that might be kind of depressing. I should have posted like a better view, like now that I'm like, I've achieved like a low fitness. My life is just fucking amazing. I'm not sick anymore. It's just amazing. But you know what, dude? It's not. And honestly, I think I'm pushing myself too hard for what I'm doing. But you know, these are more deep topics, I guess. But I guess let me show you guys my basement, and I'll kind of try to wrap this up. Hopefully, this actually recorded this time because I've done this.
Hey guys, where I work out in my basement. I do a shitload of push-ups. Got a lot of bands, ab wheel, medicine ball, you know, a ton of stuff you can do with bands. Do bands while you do your push-ups, mountain climbers, your planks, whatever the fuck you're doing. Double the gains, you know. Got some weights, back brace for when I can't walk. A lot more fucking bands, man. Like I said, I don't really do anything too complicated. A lot of fucking bands and a lot of body weight sort of stuff. Then finally I got like a little chin-up pull-up bar thing. And that's basically what I do. Nothing too crazy.
So there you guys have it. That's my basement. A bit of the workout stuff. Like I said, I felt too corny, dude. I was like, dude, you guys don't want to just see me do push-ups and shoulder presses. And I'm like, dude, come on, that's kind of stupid. So that's why I never did it. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, you know, you can ask them at the bottom. I may have explained it in past videos. I'll put my Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever down in a link below as well. So if you want to like anything to make me feel cool, make me feel important, you could do that too if you want. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Will there be a video next year? I mean, yeah, probably. But again, I'm not really expecting anything, I guess. What happens, happens, you know? Anyway, thanks again for watching. The end.